What's going on, guys? It's your boy BQE back with another video. I know it's been a while, but been busy doing life stuff. Car parts are expensive, man. This stuff ain't cheap. This hobby is not cheap at all. But today we are working on the front suspension, the bump steer kit for the inner and outer tie rods. Now I've seen a lot of kits, okay? I've seen a lot of kits. I've been looking at this kit for a really long time. Keep in mind, this is not a brand deal. So this is gonna be raw, like ain't nothing, no sugar coating. It's gonna be true facts. I've seen a lot of bump steer kits for the S10s, but they only came with the outer tie rods and the 2 bolts that you're gonna need. They didn't come with the inner tie rods. I don't know why there's different colors, but I'm still gonna use them anyway. But they only came with the outer ones and the bolts. And just that setup alone was $210 before tax. This setup right here, $182 after tax. And TRZ Motorsports. I know a lot of you guys in the S10 drag racing, street truck community, whatever you want to call it, know a lot about poor man's racing, TRZ, stuff like that. I got a few components on my truck from them, but not a whole lot. But I really liked it because it came with the inner tie rods and it was a cheaper price. If you guys are not familiar with the setup, it is a fully rebuilt 6-liter with a humongous S480 or S400 Borg-Warner turbo. This thing's gonna spool up a lot. Everything on the motor has been redone. BTR intake. I forgot what injectors they were. Really forgot what injectors I have. But other than that, everything's pretty much solid. This right here, I think that's Southwest Machine Shop, something like that. Completely adjustable upper control arms. Like, that is something I've never seen on the S10. But I'm gonna put these on, explain to you guys how to put them on, and hopefully I'm putting them on right. But we're gonna put some air in this tire, or maybe change the 2 front tires and put it on jack stands, and we're gonna get straight to work. Alright, so right off the rip, this one, the colorful one, not the black one, the blue one. The blue one I had a hard time. These are reverse threads for anybody that is looking at this video and want to buy this kit. These are reverse threads, okay? The threads on this were not clean. The threads on this were clean. I don't know if that's like a racial thing or what, but they weren't clean, so I had to spend a lot of time trying to clean the thread. I had to spend a lot of time trying to clean the threads for my drag bar or center link, whatever you want to call it. I did a good old eyeball alignment. She looked good to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what the people in alignment shop for. But I'm gonna put this on and try my best to explain to you guys what I am trying to say about this next part that I'm a little confused about. Yeah, let me show you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys can see my demonstration. Oh man, without me being in the way. So, what I was told from the internet, because the packaging was so crap that water got inside of my box and ruined. Okay, come on now. Come on. Okay, hold on. Lord, my neck hurting already. Jesus freaking. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, we got it on. Remember, it's reverse threads, kids. All right. So, what they're instructing me to do is to put it. I would assume I could put this in either way. I don't think it goes in at the top. No, definitely don't go in the top. Don't know why I thought about that. All right. Hold on. Oh no, memento here. All right. So what they are instructing me to do is make sure that, crap, I grabbed the wrong one. This one isn't. Anyway, they're instructing me to make sure that this baby right here is parallel with the ball joint for the lower control arm. Now, to me, that looks freaking parallel to me. You know what I'm saying? We bet here at Backyard again, so we do backyard alignments. But they give you a whole bunch of spacers and stuff like that, just to be on the safe side. Like, if you're lowered, then you probably wouldn't use any spacers. But if you are like a stock rod height S10, you'll probably use like some of these spacers or none of these spacers. But they did recommend me drilling a 1/2 inch hole into my spindle. And I'm trying to figure out if that 1/2 inch hole, let me make sure I'm in the frame, if that 1/2 inch hole was for this. And I really think that is what they were talking about, to make 1/2 inch hole for this baby to sit in. I don't want to do it wrong, but if I do it wrong, at least I can take it back out and drill a hole. But for like testing purposes and before I do anything else, I don't think I'm going to drill a hole at all, just to be on the safe side, because I don't want anything to get messed up. Even though it's an S10, I can always go anywhere and find a spindle. But let me get this put together, guys, and get my angle finder out for this thing, so that way I can just make sure I have a ballpoint alignment for how straight this baby is. As even though I don't really care, it's going to an alignment shop, I still want to like get it semi right. Freaking mosquito! Oh my god, these mosquitoes are bad. But yeah, let's get to the next clip, shall we? Alright, so this little angle finder, I'm not really too sure, or angle, degree, I'm not really too sure on where to put this baby at. What we are just going to do freaking 3.5 on each side, just so that way it'll be even. And when it gets to the alignment shop, we are going to let them figure out, oh, bruh, I see. So the freaking so this bolt is a 1/2 inch bolt. Hold on, focus. This bolt is a 1/2 inch bolt. All right, this bolt will not fit inside of this hole unless there is a 1/2 inch hole drilled into the top of it. So I'm gonna get a drill out and get the 1/2 inch drill bits and drill a 1/2 inch hole in this baby. I'm trying a new mode on the phone, so if I'm kind of blurry, I'm out of focus, I do apologize. I'm gonna fix it. All right, so after about 20 minutes of me doing some online researching and piecing together my wet piece of paper that got wet from shipment from FedEx, I figured out what I needed to do. So you need to make sure that the whole entire arm is even, parallel, horizontal, whatever you want to call it. Oh, let me get off this block of wood here. With that. So I just did me a nice little quick little pew, and that looks freaking good. And the reason why you want to make it like that is because of the geometry on how the truck travels. If you do a wheelie, that right here is going to pivot on 2 different radiuses. So you really want to make sure it's even, and you really don't want to do what I just did by doing an eyeball alignment. But here at Backyard Builds, we do what we gotta do, baby. But I'm gonna set you guys up on a time lapse and film the other side of me putting that on, and it's gonna be in about right now. All right, guys. So I went ahead and got everything put back together. I greased the two fittings right here. I went ahead and torqued that down on the side, tightened this up. I mean, it's not the best. It definitely looks like it's in like this. You know what I'm saying? But that's what an alignment is for. That's the bump steer kit, guys. Hopefully it's pretty self-explanatory. You got to drill a hole in the spindle. It's already a hole, but you got to drill a 1/2 inch hole at the top and put it in like that. Bro, from here, it looks freaking straight. I don't know how to zoom in. It looks straight. It looks really good. I think that's going to be the move. It just got to be adjusted a little teeny bit, bro. I don't think it's bad. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Like, I know I ain't posted a video in a while, a long time, but just been busy, man. Life will hit you like a brick. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates. Peace out.